Jim Norton is not a doctor. He's not an expert. He's not even a good person. The views, opinions, advice, and humor of Jim Norton does not reflect those of any doctor, of SiriusXM, of Opie Radio, or anyone else. They are solely those of Jim Norton, Lyle Chipperson, Edgar Mellencamp, Paul Hargis, and whoever else lives in that chinless head of his. If any of this advice goes wrong, you are the asshole who called a comedian instead of a doctor.
An icon in comedy, a fighter for freedoms, an accomplished entertainer, and a pervert. You've got problems, he's got problems. You've got questions, he's got answers, some of which are good. Call now 866-WOW-1-WOW. That's 866-969-1969. This is the Jim Norton Show.
Friends.
Like I do every week, I heard the beginning of this show as I was standing over the toilet with my stupid dick in my hand trying to make myself go to the bathroom. I panic. It's going to be a whole hour that I can't use the loo. So I start to freak out. And then I can hear, my headphones are here on this like little thing between my kitchen and dining room. And I can just hear Troy's announcement. I'm like, oh, fuck, come on. My dumb dick, nothing will come out of it. So I was out, I've been apartment hunting and just looking around. And I was just down on, I guess Lexington Avenue, like in the 20s. And I forgot where I was, and I realized, oh boy, I have 25 minutes to get home. And I sat in traffic. I've been taking the subway lately because I can't handle the stress of traffic. And just going up Park Avenue in a cab really makes you want to kill people. So, I just made it. And, all right, enough about me. Let's see. Steve in Detroit, what's up with your wife's sister?
Hey, Jim. How you doing today?
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, I'm 25 years old. Wife is 24, and she has a 19-year-old sister that has just been making advance after advance towards me, and I'm to the point where every time I masturbate, I think about her, and I'm almost positive she wants to have sex with me, and it's just I don't see a possible scenario where that doesn't turn out with divorce, and I just was
right.
one.
You're right. That's going to be a mess, dude. First of all, what kind of relationship did they have? How long you married?
About 3 years.
Yeah, I mean, why do you think the sister wants to fuck you? Maybe she has a problem with her older sister?
No, I don't think so. It's just at little advances towards me, like coming out of the bathroom with her shirt off and no bra, and it was an accident, but it obviously wasn't, and just multiple things like that. There's no animosity between her and her sister, so I don't see that.
Well, I mean, look, dude, it's really it's easy for me to say don't do it. I would suggest you don't, because that's really going to be a mess.
It's really to the point where I fantasize about her all day, and I don't know if I can actually keep that under wraps. So do you think I should just not go around her at all?
Avoid her as much as you can, but just jerk off, dude. I mean, like literally, just jerk off thinking about it. Because if you do it, it's going to be a mess. It's going to be a mess, and you know that. And it's going to kill your wife, too.
Yeah, you guys were talking on the show today about after you come, you just feel a feeling of regret and disgust.
Absolutely.
And I can every time.
And every time you see her, you'd worry, is she going to say something? Like, it's just not worth it, dude. So I would say definitely leave that one alone if you can help it. Okay?
Thanks. I appreciate it.
All right. Goodbye. Let's see here. We had a Conor McGregor question, but that guy left. So let's see here. James in North Carolina. I don't know if I know the answer to this. How are you?
Hey, Jimmy. How you doing, buddy?
Good, buddy. What's going on?
Hey, so I'm going to make this long story short. I just got out of rehab today.
Oh, good, good.
And my main problem is just debilitating PTSD. I deployed 4 times, lost 25 friends. I was a medic in the Army. But here's the deal. I want to go on a speaking tour, and so that I can get my story out to loved ones of people who are suffering from PTSD, because we typically don't talk to our loved ones. And I kind of want to just spill my guts. And
why is speaking tour? Are you in any veterans groups where you guys have like meetings where you speak?
Well, I've got set up with a couple support groups, but I'm really looking to talk to family members, like loved ones, so that they can get my perspectives. They can understand their PTSD loved one a little bit better.
Well, are you going the only way I can think to do that, because I have no experience in like getting a manager to be a speaker or something like that. I just don't know. How about if you go to some groups where veterans go, people in that group will know where the family groups go, and then you can speak to family members. But I think you should probably go through veterans groups, because there's probably no one with better connections to that.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was going to do like a mailer to all kinds of different VFWs and American Legion posts, but I wasn't sure if I should try to handle that myself or get some help. Okay.
Yeah, I would get a little help, because that's just something I have no experience with.
The other thing I wanted to tell you is, while I was in rehab, I met this wonderful tranny.
Oh, wow, nice.
She's a veteran. She's awesome. She's in the middle of her transition, and she's beautiful. And I thought that, you'd get a kick out of that. She's a really cool girl.
That's great, man. Did you get her number?
Yeah, we're buddies. I don't have interest in it like you do, but we are buddies, so I got her number.
Well, I'm just looking for friends. That's all. All right. Well, good luck. Good luck to you, man. All right.
Thanks.
Take care. Hey, Julie in Virginia. How are you?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
So I had a question. Sorry, hold on. I'm leaving my office. So I've been suffering lately with depression and hating my job, and I've been drinking a lot, and it's causing problems with my family and my friends, and basically don't have any friends now because of it. And on top of that, I also have an eating disorder, which is getting out of control, and I'm getting I don't know, after years of doing it, I'm now getting side effects, health side effects from it. I'm getting an autoimmune, vitamin deficiency, and I'm losing my hair. And so I just want to know, what's a step that you think I should take? Because I know, it's easier to think of the steps or tell someone else than to actually initially take them.
Well, for an eating disorder, are you a compulsive eater?
Not even, no. I'll eat something regular, like soup or salad, and I'll purge it. I feel like it's more ritual and habitual than anything.
Well, that's therapy stuff. I'm not saying that you needed therapy, but the way, that's one of those things where you can't just talk that out in 5 minutes. You probably have to talk that out with someone who kind of peels the layers a little bit and gets in there. So, if you don't have a therapist, get one and sit down and talk about it. 'Cause that's usually deep-rooted stuff. I don't know exactly what causes it. Is it, feeling fat all the time, or is it body dysmorphia? Or I don't know. It could be a bunch of different things that cause that. But I know that's there are places to go for eating disorders, and I would definitely suggest handling that. And if you're drinking too much and it's a problem, well, talk to your therapist about that. If it doesn't help, then try a 12-step group. That's the only advice I'll ever give on how do you quit drinking, is a rehab or a 12-step group or a therapist. I mean, I don't know what else to say with that one.
I looked into groups and everything for that, but I just feel because all my friends, they drink, so it's every weekend people are going out, even if it's just at the house. It's easier to just to avoid the situation. So I'm not I feel like it would be hard to say no when I'm in this situation.
Well, I mean, it is hard to say no at first, but it's like when you're eating bad. When I'm eating really bad, I just eat garbage. But when I'm on a roll and I'm eating healthy for a long time, it's much easier to say no to the bad stuff. So what you do is, if you're doing well for a while and you're not drinking and you're doing a good job, just for a while, separate yourself from that. Do you know what I mean? Until you have a little bit of built up time and experience not doing it. Then when you go out with people it won't be as hard. But, give yourself a little bit of time away from it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Good luck, sweetheart.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. About Ted in L.A. Your dad died 3 years ago. What's up, Ted?
Yeah, hi. I was upset when my father died about 3 years ago. So I wasn't going to go to the funeral, but I went down to the grave site 5 o'clock in the morning. And are you familiar with the South Pacific musical, I'm Going to Wash That Man Right Out of My Hair?
I'm not.
Well, I made up my own song. I'm going to tap, tap, tap all over your grave. I said, I'll tap, tap, tap all over your grave. So I do a little tap dance on the metal plate over the hole. He wasn't there yet.
Well, why did you want to do that? Why are you so mad at him?
Because he cut me out of the will, actually $150,000 after my mom passed.
Why did he do that?
Because my brother was manipulative and said I was no good and my sister was no good and he wanted all the money. So the second verse, I lifted up the plate and crawled into the grave, into the dirt, underneath the plate.
Sir, I find your story hard to believe.
And I have it on video. I want to post it. And so the second verse is, you're going to be in here a long, long time. I said, you'll be in here a long, long time. Can I post it on your site and it'll go viral and we'll split the cash?
Sir, I don't really have a site that I actively post to be honest with you.
Is that the craziest video, though? Me inside my father's grave.
I would say it's a little bizarre. I wouldn't call it the craziest ever. ISIS has quite a collection of hits, but it's a little odd, yeah.
Then I crawled out and sang Thriller. 'Cause it's a thriller.
Sir,
I put the camera on. The camera was placed on the hood of my car.
Ted, you're being a bit of an ass. I have to hang up on you. You're just babbling. I was willing to go with it. As you people know, I'm willing to go with silliness or being ridiculous once in a while. But it's like if you're doing the same thing. I heard you. No, but then I went. I heard you again. But then I sang Thriller. Womp, womp. You lost me, Ted. All right. Let's see. Ryan and Ark. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jim. How you doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Hey, so I've been doing stand-up for about a year or so now.
Cool.
And in June, I actually got to open for your good friend, Danger Joe DeRosa at the Blue Whale Comedy Festival in Tulsa.
Okay.
And I was wondering, so I met him, and he was really nice, but I was really nervous, and I didn't want to, bug him. So I was just like, hey, cool, you're cool, and I just ignored him the rest of the day.
Okay.
And I feel like that sort of is contrary to kind of what you want to do in those situations. So I know you have, a lot of stories about meeting other famous people or people that you admire. Like, how do you do that with not being a complete ass or, annoying the whole time?
Well, I do make an ass out of myself sometimes. I wouldn't put DeRosa in the category of guy you should be nervous to meet. Okay. He's an easygoing guy, too. Like, he would have been very nice to you. He wouldn't have been a dick to you, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, that's just your own thing. But you can't be nervous every time you meet a comedian who's ahead of you on the scale. You know what I mean? Or who's higher than you on the ladder, I should say.
Right. And
you know what I mean?
The worst part is when he showed up, I mean, he couldn't have been sweeter about the whole thing. And then I felt like almost I sent the wrong thing. I almost felt like it was more of I don't really care about you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you sent an aloof message. Yes, I know what you're saying. Like, you're aloof and detached. A lot of times that's just being nervous, like you said. So next time you see him, be nicer to him. That's all it is. Like, if you feel like, all right, I shouldn't have done that. Next time, be aware of what you did that felt false and that you didn't like, and you won't do it again next time.
Okay. All right. Thanks so much, man.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And, if Ryan is still listening, comedians are very insecure people. Actors are insecure people. Some of them are dicks, but most comics are going to be nice to another comic. You know what I mean? Very rarely is a comedian going to be nasty to you for no reason. So let's see. Derek in New York. You got a girlfriend. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jim. Yeah, I'm 25. Girlfriend's 22. I don't know. Lately, she just doesn't want to do anything crazy and, sex-wise. I don't know why. Whenever I bring it up, all she says is, all you want to do is have sex. This is it, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to do. I don't want to set myself up for a life of boring sex I'm going to regret.
Well, what is it you want to do that she's not doing? And I agree with you.
I mean, nothing crazy. I mean, she's ridiculously hot. She used to do it back in the day. I'll buy her, sexy outfits, stuff like that, and she won't refuse to wear them. This. I'll sit on my face is one thing I like. Did it once, never did it again. Nothing crazy, like I'm fucking asking for a threesome or something like that, but just basic stuff I'll ask for, like positions and stuff like that. I don't even know how to go.
Well, if she's not opening up, do you think she's mad at you?
Yeah, definitely. She's been pretty mad at me over, texting somebody a while back. But
that's why she's probably not going to open up to you sexually. A lot of times, if I'm mad at a girl, I can't even fuck her, man. A lot of times, I find that if someone's mad or if I'm mad at them, that really blocks that sexual signal, and I don't feel like being sexy with them. So yeah, maybe you need to resolve that shit before you get her to open up sexually.
I mean, she did do that stuff back in the day, and now it's just I guess maybe ever since that fight, she kind of just cut all contact with that.
Well, I mean, how long ago was the fight?
A year ago.
Oh boy, is it something that you're going to keep rehashing with her or no?
Yeah, she'll bring it up all the time. I mean, it was nothing crazy bad, but, just text message bullshit.
Were you texting with a girl that you fucked, and how did she find out?
Saw the message.
How did she see it?
Had my phone.
Oh, okay, she just grabbed your phone.
Yeah.
What was that argument like?
Oh, God. Still going on.
Yeah, I've gotten caught doing that too. It's really hard in this. At one point, she's got to forgive you if you're not cheating, but you might have to give that one a little while, dude. That's kind of a rough one. And don't expect her to be open sexually while she's still mad at you and not trusting you.
Yeah, true.
All right.
All right, thanks, Jim.
All right, buddy. Bye. Yeah, you might want to fix things with her, but before a girl's going to open up to you sexually, she has to know that you're going to be faithful. Let's see. Oh, Anonymous in New York. This is a good question. Hello.
Hello, my buddy Jimmy Norton.
How are you?
Wonderful. First off, Jimmy, big fan. Love you, respect you. You're the man. Been listening to you forever. Gonna see you for the first time this Saturday at 7 o'clock at Levity Live.
Oh, good.
LevityLive.com.
Yes.
I'm going to turn 50 in August, and my wife and daughter, two loves of my life, have gotten for me my 50th birthday present, tickets to your show.
Oh, nice.
I wanted to ask you, where can I sit? I would just love to meet you. I know you're busy, but I'd love to, see you after the show, maybe get some merchandise, what have you.
Well, yeah, I'm always out there selling stuff at the end, too. So I'm pretty easy to find at the end of the show. I'll be out there with Kenny selling merch, and I always talk to people. So feel free just to come out and say hello.
I look forward to it. I look forward to meet Kenny. I've heard him, sporadically on the air. I know he helps you and Opie out, with driving and your right-hand people. And Jimmy, can I just say one thing? My wife is out home. I'm out working. But can I just say a real quick shout out to my love of my life? I'll call her Bear because I'm anonymous, so I don't want to say her real first name. So love
Bear.
You.
Okay.
Right?
Yes. 50 hairy gay men just think you're talking to them. All right. Well, I'll see you this weekend. All right.
Jimmy, can't wait to see you, man.
Thanks, pal. Take care. Have a great night. Dwayne in Canada. What's going on, Dwayne?
How's it going today, Jim?
Dwayne. Hey. What's going on?
How you doing?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. Jimmy, I'd just like to thank you. And last week, a week and a half when my father passed away, we buried him last week. So it was kind of a tough week.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's funny. I listen to you every day, and he was 80 years old, and he had health issues. And first thing I thought of maybe putting in a eulogy was 80 years old. Who saw that coming? But I didn't think it would be too appreciated. But anyways, I'd like to thank you and the Obster and Soder and Kelly for last week, helping me get through a tough week. I listen to you guys every day, and you guys brought laughter to what was a pretty tough week. So just want to thank you.
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it, Ted. I'm sorry to hear about that. That really stinks. So I haven't gone through that yet, so I'm sure I'll have to eventually. So thanks for calling. I appreciate it. I'm glad we made you feel a little bit better for a brief period of time.
Well, thanks again, Jimmy. And I intended the week off. We went to the Amy Schumer movie, and the depressing part was I didn't see your part in there, of course. But
right.
Other than that, it was a good show.
Yeah, I hear it's very funny. So
yes.
All right, buddy. I appreciate the call.
Thanks, Jimmy.
Take care, man. Let's see. JC in Ohio has a crush on a gal. What's up?
Hey, man. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. Hey, I was on Tinder about a month ago, and found a girl that I went to high school with. I never really talked to her, but I did kind of have a crush on her in high school.
Sure.
I found out she lives about 45 minutes from where I live and about 20 minutes from where I work.
Oh, cool. You should go to her house and burn it down.
It'd be fun, wouldn't it? But
you like her?
I'm just not really sure. I mean, I don't know if I like her. I mean, I didn't really talk to her in high school.
Did you like her in high school, though?
Yeah.
So do you think it's a little bit of an infatuation?
Yeah, probably, but
I've had those too. I know what you mean.
You were talking to a guy about a week or two ago, and he had said something about he just never knows what to say to a girl.
Yep.
I'm kind of the same way, and I'm kind of at that point where it's like I at least just want to go on a date, you know?
Yeah, I do know what you mean. One of the problems is we look at high school girls and we forget sometimes that they're 10 years older and we're 10 years older. So a lot of times that feeling we have reminds us of high school, but it's not the same once you see them. So, what do you say? Did you contact her on Tinder?
No, we didn't match, but I wasn't really sure that she even remembered who I was. So I went ahead and added her on Facebook, and we talked for a few minutes on there, a couple of weeks ago, and just, I don't really know where to go from there.
Well, why don't you ask her to go out for coffee or something? Say, hey, why don't we go out for a cup of Joe? Keep it casual. Put CUPA''Joe. Let's go out for a cup of Joe.
Yeah.
Why don't you see if she wants to go for coffee or lunch or something?
Yeah, I guess I feel like I'm being a creeper or something doing that, you know?
If you say, let's go to lunch, that's not being a creeper.
Well, the other thing is she doesn't know that I know she lives near me.
Well, why don't you say to her, hey, if we're close by, why don't we just go for lunch?
That's true.
It's just lunch, dude. Lunch is harmless. You have some lunch, perhaps some brunch. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with asking someone to go to lunch or brunch or something of that nature.
Chicken and a little sex.
Yeah, just go out there and have yourself a nice salad or something of that nature.
All right. Well, thanks a lot, Jimmy.
All right, dollface, be good. Good luck. Good luck with this gal. Let's see here. Jake in Texas. What's up, Jake?
Hey, Jimmy.
Hi, buddy.
Well, I'm going through a divorce. My wife of 10 years was having an affair. She tore me up pretty good.
Who's she having an affair with? Like, what was the guy from work or?
Yeah, it was a 44-year-old black guy from work.
Oh, boy.
She's 28.
How'd you find out?
Her pussy was just extremely torn up.
Come on, that's how you knew?
No, I found an empty box of pregnancy tests in her truck, but luckily she wasn't pregnant.
Well, and she confessed to you?
I had to do some investigating. Took about 2-3 days for her to finally admit she had been having an affair for probably over 6 months.
Wow.
I was the ideal husband, didn't drink, come home drunk, do drugs, none of that stuff.
Sure.
Just took care of my family. But I got over the initial anger part, the depression part. I was really overweight. She said that was her main reason for for having the affair because I weighed 330 pounds.
Okay.
Right now, I'm down to about 245. So I've lost
cool. Wow, you lost a lot. That's great.
Yeah, I can see my dick now.
Good boy.
But I've been running through girls that I never imagined I could do. You know, I'm meeting girls left and right.
Sure.
The girls, you know, wanting a relationship, and I want one too. But for some reason, I cannot get over just like I find the smallest little thing wrong with them. I broke up with a girl because her legs were too skinny.
Yeah, I've done that too. It's like I don't offer perfection, but I'm looking. And I think what happens is, like, if you're anything like me, I didn't have any choices for a long time. Like, I didn't with women. I would date women, but for most of my life, I didn't have like a lot of choices. And then when you finally get a lot of choices, you become ultra picky because you don't want to have to settle on the wrong choice. Like, it becomes scary. Like, oh my God, I'm going to settle down with one, and then that perfect one will come along. Because now I have a little more access than I did back then. So maybe that's part of what you're going through. Or maybe it's also, you know, because you technically don't want to settle down yet because you, you know, just got divorced. I mean, you know, it's kind of hard to, you know, move on right away.
The hardest thing that I've noticed is the anger part. Like, I mean, I love this woman with everything I had. And all of that has turned into just pure out hatred. I mean,
sure. For her,
I cannot, you know, even be cordial with her. I have to, whenever I talk, I have to fling out a stupid bitch or, you know, something like that. And I know that's keeping me in this loop of you're not going to be happy till you let that go, but I don't know how to let it go.
Why do you talk to her
10 years
at all?
is a long time. What's that?
Why do you talk to her at all?
We got a 6-year-old son together.
Oh, okay, so you have to. Is she still banging the black guy?
No, his girlfriend of 7 years found out, so he kicked her to the curb and is trying to fix his own shit.
All right, good. So she suffered. She lost her husband. She lost her boyfriend. I mean, he lost his girlfriend. She lost her husband. So both of them have paid a price for it. You're going to have to deal with her. So the question is, I mean, do you want to forgive her or do you have no intention to forgive her?
I want to forgive her for my own sake,
Sure.
for the sake of getting over the anger and having some sort of normalcy, you know, for my son. I mean, she did all of this in the most jacked up way you could imagine. I mean, told me she slept with him in my bed, slept with him on our 10-year anniversary, was leaving my son at daycare for 2-3 extra hours every other day. You know, just as horrible as you could possibly do it. And
why did she give you all those details?
I asked, and I think she just wanted to kind of, I don't know for what reason, she wanted to just, you know, add on to it. Like, she told me straight out, I mean, I did the whole getting on my knees, begging, you know, telling her, please don't break up our family. And she sat there with her arms crossed, looked down on me and told me, I'm disgusted by you. I want nothing to do with you. Just leave. Like, that's all I want.
That's really a cunty way to do it. So as much as it hurts, I don't blame you for hating her. In a way, she did you a favor because as much as it hurts now, you're eventually going to find someone else and you won't have to grow old with this selfish, awful bitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes when someone does something awful like that, you have time to recoup. You wind up losing some weight. Now you go out and find a girl who isn't a fucking shithead like that one. So realize, hey, look, you got a great son out of it. You know, whatever, man. It was, I'm not saying it's easy and I'm not trying to be glib about it, but you got your son out of it. So maybe that was the whole purpose of why you met. You got a great kid out of it. So
definitely.
Fuck her and fuck the guy she was banging and you'll find another girl.
Yeah, definitely. And I'll tell you this much. After losing weight, getting some stamina going, sex is a lot more fun now. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
enjoy it. And don't be as picky. Don't be as picky. Do be picky, but don't be obsessively picky. And realize that maybe you're being a little bit too selective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm trying. I just need to get over that little anger issue because I think that's what's holding me back.
It'll go, buddy. It'll go. All right.
Definitely. I appreciate it, Jimmy.
Good luck, man. All right. Thanks so much. Good luck. And, you know, funny, Matt in Long Island now, he says he's a fat guy. So maybe that guy's call inspired him. What's up, Matt?
Hey, how you doing, Jimmy? Huge fan, man.
Thank you, buddy.
My problem is, man, I'm a big guy, you know, and I'm trying to go about changing myself and lose some weight and everything, but the only girls I can really hook up with and really kind of fuck are all big girls. I'm just really not attracted to them. It just does nothing for me, but unfortunately I have no other alternatives, so kind of puts me in a bad spot.
How big a guy are you?
I'm like 265.
How much?
265.
265. So what do you want to get down to?
I'm trying to, short term, I'm trying to get down to like 230 by the end of the summer, maybe hopefully like September, but ultimately I'll hit around the 200 mark.
Okay, so you're working out and you're moving towards that goal.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, the thing is, man, it's you'll eventually get there. You know what I mean? It's just going to take a little while.
I was 340 back in January, so I already took off a decent amount.
Well, then you want the problem about not being attracted to these big girls and wanting a skinny girl is the good part is you'll get your wish. Just give it some time. That's all. That should just motivate you to keep going, dude.
Yeah, no, it's just fucked up because whenever I fuck these girls, it's like I can't really, you know, go all out for myself. You know, I can never finish because that's just not there for me.
Yeah, but give it some time. Just realize it's not there for you, but you're working, you're heading in the right direction. You know, you're attracted to who you're attracted to. Excuse me. So I would suggest that you just keep looking. I mean, that's really all I can tell you. Keep working out, keep looking. You'll find somebody. I mean, you know, what are you going to do, dude? It's unfortunately, you know, that's where you're at right now, but you are working towards it. So I think you should feel great about that.
Yeah, thanks, Jimmy. You're the man.
Thanks, buddy. Good luck.
I've got one quick question for you.
Sure, man.
Your Netflix special comes out tonight, right?
On Netflix, it does. Yes, sir.
All right, this is what I've been looking forward to for like all fucking week. You guys been talking about it. Can't wait to see it, man.
It's tomorrow night. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid. Tomorrow. Thanks, man.
Tomorrow? All right, thanks, Jimmy. You're the best.
Okay, buddy. Take care of yourself. Let's see here. How about John in Kansas? Start seeing someone in his 12-step program. What's up, buddy?
Hey, I talked to you a couple of weeks ago. I'm the guy that you said, how was you married that long? You know, I was married for 43 years, and my wife passed away, and I was starting a new relationship with another woman that was in the program.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
I vaguely do, but not 100%.
Okay, well, anyway, nothing's ever really happened yet, but she's wanting to move this forward more and get sexual with it.
Right.
But then before we do that, she told me that she has a herpes.
Okay.
And I've only ever been one woman in my life. You know, so I ain't worried about me, but at the same time, I don't know if I want to jump into something like that or not.
Well, I mean, look, the bottom line, that is obviously something to be concerned about. I would say the good news is she told you. You know, and I know a friend of mine is married and his wife has it, and he's been married for years and he's never gotten it. So I know that couples are involved where it's not transferred. But, you know, just do some research on it, man, and ask her if she knows when she's outbreaking and all that stuff. But you could honestly be in a relationship with her and not have a problem.
Well, she told me, you know, she had had an outbreak a long time, and she said there's a medicine she can take for it.
Yeah, Valtrex probably.
Right, and I guess that's what it is.
Okay.
But, you know, like I said, I've only, you know, she wanted to move into that area of a relationship, and I've just been kind of going, well, I want to really wait till I get to know you a lot better because I've never had a one-night stand in my life.
Okay, well, then you should wait till you're comfortable. Without a doubt, you should wait till you're comfortable.
Well, I'm kind of getting to that point where I am, but then this came up, and, you know, I was like, oh, I don't know what to do now.
in all honesty, there's only two answers. You either can have sex with her or you can't. Weigh the options carefully. Go online, look it up, do a lot of advice. Maybe talk to a doctor that you know and just see what the odds are. But do some research, man. That's the beauty of the internet. You really can find out a lot, and you can make you a more informed decision. That's what I would do. All right.
Okay, well, I appreciate it.
All right, brother. Take care.
All right.
Yeah, bye. Jimmy in Philly. What's up, Jim? Your new girl. What's up?
How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
All right. So this is a weird one, and I'm kind of glad your show exists because I literally have nowhere else to go with this question. So long story short, I started dating this new girl. We've been going at it for around 2 months now.
Okay.
And I have a hygiene issue with her. She's super hot, super sexy girl. But the problem is there's toilet paper clumps around her vag and like near her asshole, and I don't know how to bring that up to her.
How often is it there?
Consistently.
Ew.
Consistent. It's filthy, and I don't know what to say.
Does she shave the area?
Totally. That's the weird part.
So I'm wondering if it's stubble. Is stubble catching the toilet paper?
Essentially, yes.
Well, why don't you just tell her? Like, you don't want to. I wouldn't tell her about the asshole one. Like, you say you got a little toilet paper here. Have you told her that? Because she might just have a wet pussy or a sticky pussy, which is not bad. But you should tell her that she has a little bit there. Like, you have a little paper there. Pick it off before you suck it. Has she ever noticed you picking it off?
No, not at all. It's one of those things where I just kind of avoid it and kind of dive right back up. And
you got to tell her. Take it off so you get a little toilet paper. That's not a big deal. I mean, she's wiping her pussy.
Yeah, I hear you, but the tough part for me is she's like one of the most insecure girls on the planet, to where like if she comes out with like, how's my shirt? You know what I mean? You got to say it's perfect, it's great, let's go out now. So I kind of got to deal with it with mittens, and I think with any normal girl, I would absolutely just kind of be like, yo, we got this going on. But I don't know, she's a little different, and I don't want to. We've got a good thing going, and I just don't want to blow this off by kind of being a whistleblower to something really awkward for her.
Well, if that will blow it, then it's not a good thing. Like, if you're being cruel, or hey, your pussy smells, there's guys that have hygiene issues where the box smells horrible. That's a rough one. But if you're talking to someone, you're like, you got a little TP down here on the old vag, maybe she'll be embarrassed or whatever, but go like, I don't know, I'm just letting you know, and then just go back to licking it. She'll get over the embarrassment, and hopefully she'll check it more often. But that's something she should be checking anyway. So you should definitely tell her, dude, because you don't want to not lick her pussy.
I hear you. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, it's a good point.
All right.
Thanks, handsome.
All right, buddy. Take care. Let's see. Doug in PA. What's up, Doug?
Man, big fan.
Thank you.
I guess this is a complicated story, so I'll try and keep it as short as I can. I've been married with my wife for just over a year now, but we've been off and on for like the last 17 years. I've known her since high school.
Okay.
And at my job, I was really close with this girl, and she is a lesbian, or thought she was,
yeah.
for the last year that we've had our work relationship, and we've grown really close. And I really liked her, but I never thought that way because I always thought she was in the girls.
Okay.
And we were hanging out one day, and through conversation, it just kind of came out that we had feelings for each other.
Okay.
And I'm like kind of falling for this girl, but I have my wife, we have a kid, and it's like I'm just kind of distraught with the whole situation, you know.
So yeah, falling in love with a coworker is a bad thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's dangerous, man. She is married, you said?
No, she's not married. I didn't mention this part. I'm in my early 30s. She's 21.
Okay, so what does she represent to you? Like freedom, a new life, starting over, like just being younger?
It's not like we just met either. Like, we've been really close friends for a year now. And so, I mean, we tell each other everything. And
does she look at you that way?
Yes, tremendously.
What do you think will happen? Like, meaning, do you think you could fuck her?
That's what scares me. I don't know. And that's, I guess, the scary part is the unknown. And I love my wife. I really do. We're very close, but she hasn't brought out this, I guess, this side of me that she's bringing out in a long time. And I just feel, just kind of, be cliche or whatever, but I feel alive, and I feel, it's just crazy. It's just,
that's why people cheat a lot of times, because it's something fresh and new. And, again, I don't know what your home life is like. I don't know if your wife is good in bed or if she's open sexually. But a lot of times, dude, we do something, we get buyer's remorse. So even if you do go through with it, it might be good for a little while, but it's probably going to wreck your marriage. And then this will probably get wrecked or can get wrecked. So just be prepared for that if you're going to do it. I'm not going to say don't do it, because I'm a weak man.
Well, and that's the thing. We haven't even been together sexually. I mean, we kissed, and that was it. and it's just more of it's an emotional thing, and we've talked about it, and I would plan on telling my wife before I even got involved because I don't want to be that guy.
Okay. Well, if you feel that's what you got to do and you want to be with this girl and not your wife, then I guess you got to go through with it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say don't do it.
Yeah,
some people marry someone and then they realize that that's not the person they want to be with and they're not happy. So I don't encourage people to stay in unhappy marriages. I would suggest not cheating if you can help it because that's just going to hurt her feelings really badly, and that's that's a mess, dude.
No, and I don't want to do that. I don't want it. I want it to be on my terms that I came to her, and I don't know. I just haven't had anybody to talk to about this, and I just appreciate you, listening and giving
good luck,
some
brother.
advice here.
Good luck, man. I mean, that's again, I like the fact that you want to be honest with. That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I guess follow the verdict, right?
Yeah, do what you got to do. I mean, one of that's either like, are you willing to end the marriage? Some people go, you have to be faithful. Well, if you don't want to be married, I mean, then as long as you know it's for the right reasons and not just because you might feel that way with this girl too.
Holding me back is like reasons not having to do with her. It's the kid. It's our families are close, and
you got a kid. That's right. Well, yeah, that's a little bit different. Make sure that you're doing the right thing then, because you don't want to fuck your kid up. But then again, if you're unhappy in a marriage, that might fuck your kid up too.
Oh yeah, and we've always been a logical couple to where I think if it did come to that, she would never I don't think we'd let the kid get messed up over it all.
Okay.
But I don't know. I just need to vent out, man, and I appreciate for you taking the call.
Of course, man. Good luck.
All right, thank you.
Sure. No Name in Rhode Island. What's up, No Name?
Big fan.
Hey,
I've heard you say in the past how if you're with a girl who has had some traumatic experience when she was younger or past experience like molestation or rape, you don't want to act out her past experiences with her. And I was just wondering why that was, because
I have. No, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I've had some bad experiences in my past, but with my wife, it's something I kind of embrace, and I don't, I get her to, when we're being sexual, reenact some of these things, but
does she know she's reenacting them?
No.
Okay, she doesn't know. Like, what kind of thing is she reenacting that she doesn't know?
I'll be in doggy position, and I'll have her put her finger in my butt.
Wait, doggy position. How she's putting a finger in your butt while you're fucking her from the doggy position, or you're in doggy?
Oh, no. I'm in doggy, and she's behind me.
Well, then what is she doing while you're in doggy?
She's fingering my butt.
Oh, okay. Oh, like she. Do you want her to put a strap-on on?
I wouldn't mind it.
Well, then why don't you ask her for it?
She's a little reserved. She wouldn't be against it, but it's kind of one of those things where you just got to take baby steps.
Yeah, sure.
It's marching to that direction, but I just haven't gotten there yet, I suppose.
Do you genuinely enjoy it when you guys do this?
Yeah, I love it.
I'm surprised you won't put a strap-on on, because a finger is less hygienic than a strap-on. Like, most women would much rather put something plastic in your ass than their finger.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what it is? And when I said I wouldn't recreate that, I don't mean it like that. I have recreated certain dirty things. What I'm saying is I don't want to add to someone's trauma. Like, look, there are people that have had some trauma that have found a way to make it dirty, and they do genuinely enjoy it. That's one thing, but I kind of want to know the deal before I'm doing it. Like, I don't want to accidentally be hurting someone or re-traumatizing them. That's all.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. You don't want to do it negatively, but if it's something the person enjoys, it's whatever.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, okay. All right. You have a great day.
All right, bye, you too. So, Jacob in L.A., what's up?
So glad I got through to you, buddy. How you doing?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing great. My phone's at 1%. I hope it doesn't die. So, basically, first off, I'm having trouble quitting drinking, but before my phone shuts off, I think it's more important to tell you that I listened to your impression. I don't know how it came about, but you were doing an impression of Fat Willie Taft getting whipped in the back of the neck.
Oh, yeah. I totally forgot about that.
Swear to God, I listened to that maybe 15 times. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, thank you. So you're having some trouble quitting drinking. Again, the only advice I really give for that one is to try a 12-step group. It's free.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and try and do. The second thing real quick is my girl's temporarily out of the country, and we've been together for a while. Like, I'm not going to say how long, because I don't know if she's going to be listening, but I'm going to say more. No, I don't even want to say. But
what's her first and last name? Okay.
I've just been stuck inside, and I've gotten kind of agoraphobic, let's say, and which is basically I haven't left the house for a while, man. Which might be the reason why I've been listening over and over again to, like, just, on demand episodes of the show and
what are you
stuff
scared
like
of
that,
leaving the house? Why don't you leave the house?
I have panic attacks, like severe panic attacks, so I'm prescribed Xanax, and I keep a couple in my wallet just in case. And so, I'll go a few miles away from my house, but I'll have a few shots, and I'll take a Xanax, and then that'll get me through getting out of the house to even just to get to like a family function, to be honest.
Yeah, you know what, dude? Try to address the drinking. That may help you. That may really help you. Just give it a shot and see if that helps with some of your panic. But it might make you a little calmer and help with some of that stuff. Okay.
Yeah. What do you recommend other than like an AA type thing? Is there?
I would just say, I would only say, look, 12-step groups I recommend very heavily. Again, if you have a therapist and you want to talk to them, but those are the only things I would recommend. If there are other methods that may work, hey, sure, give them a shot. I'm not saying don't, but personally, those are the only ones I'd recommend. But it doesn't mean the other ones don't work. Those are just the only ones I'd be comfortable recommending.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go the therapist route because
Okay.
like I said, like I'm currently seeing a psychiatrist, and the Xanax definitely helps out, but man, I've just been super freaking depressed because my left, and I've been sleeping on the freaking living room couch because, man, now if she's listening, she definitely knows who the fuck's calling.
Well,
but,
the important thing, all that's important. Look, you have to address the drinking, so you should just do that one thing at a time. That's the major thing. So start addressing that and just see if any of the other problems clear up. If they don't, then you can address them one at a time.
All right, sounds good, buddy. Will you give me a little Fat Willie Taft?
I don't remember it, to be honest with you. I'd have to hear it again.
Oh,
I literally don't remember a word of it. Fat Willie Taft. I don't even remember how it sounded.
That was exactly it. That was it. Just getting smacked on the back of his fat neck.
I don't remember it. Thank you, buddy, very much. I appreciate it. Feel better.
It's all good, man. Have a good one. Thank
All
you
right,
so
take
much.
care. Anthony in New York, what's up? You got a wife who's cranky.
Yeah, you can say that. You can say she's cranky. She's not my wife. We're engaged. We got a kid together. She's a beautiful woman, a little older than me, very beautiful. But what a fucking miserable bitch, man! You wouldn't believe it. I heard you say before that, sometimes you just don't want to fuck a chick if you're angry at her, and it's a big problem for me. So I'm just wondering if you have any advice about maybe some mental tricks or something to get through it.
How long you with her?
About 8 years.
Okay, well, then why are you going to marry this girl? She's a miserable bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, the asshole, the Christian upbringing. I feel like I should do the right thing. We got kids.
No. You're just going to hate her. You don't even want to fuck her. She's a miserable bitch. Like, you can still get out. Why would you do that to yourself?
We also live together, and...
So what? You move out.
Yeah, I know.
No, but seriously, you're going to get married. I'm not saying don't do it, but if you're going to get married to someone who you know is a miserable bitch, you're so mad at her, you don't want to fuck her. What do you think? That's going to get better when you're married?
No, we have our moments. Like, she's like one of these people where her natural state is misery, and like I could do things to make her happy, but I got to constantly be fucking doing them.
Yeah, that's annoying. That's a full-time job in itself. You're going to be miserable.
Yeah, no, I know.
My advice, get out.
You can't find a way to.
Well, I don't know, dude. Being angry, unless you spank her and fuck her aggressively, being angry is hard for me to overcome. So I've usually ended the relationships when they get to that point, to be honest.
It's just not like I'm angry. Her misery doesn't make me angry. It's just she's unpleasant, and it's like, who the fuck is even in the mood when you're.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, dude. I couldn't get beyond that, so I don't know what advice to give you. That's a tough one. Because you're saying that she's shitty or she's cranky or whatever, then I would say I wouldn't deal with her. I just wouldn't. Sorry, bro.
And meanwhile, I'm being all right. I'm doing the right thing because I got blowjobs at the ready all over my phone.
Yeah, I understand. All right, well, TV, just try different ways. If you can't, figure it out before you marry her. That's my advice. Before you actually marry her, make sure you have this figured out so you don't have to be married to someone that you can't fuck. Okay?
All right, man, thanks.
Bye, Anthony. Sorry to the people still on the phone. I have to wrap up. We have a cop. We have people wanting to talk about the diet. But girl, I got a bunch of people. I apologize but I just have to because they're giving me the sign. He's got to go, they're saying. So try to call back next week. Thank you guys very much for your calls.
Thanks for listening to The Jim Norton Show. Hear all that advice whenever you want to on demand at SiriusXM.com/on-demand. On SiriusXM is real.